Good afternoon, Trinidad and Tobago. Welcome back to Take a Stand for Trinidad and Tobago. I am your host, Ozzy Warwick. We, at this level of Take a Stand, we like to talk about real issues facing our country and how they impact on ordinary people and their lives. But today I want to talk about the importance of we the people taking a stand for the issues that matter to us. On the 29th of July, 2021, Comrade Ansel Roger, on behalf of our United Trade Union movement, announced September 1st as Freedom Day. Now, any reasonable person must admit that Trinidad and Tobago is in crisis. We have many problems that need to be fixed. We have unemployment, debt, which is both the national debt and personal debt that people have to carry. We have a pandemic. We have a foreign exchange crisis. We have the economic crisis. We have the healthcare crisis. We have a social crisis. We have an education crisis. We have national security problems. And we cannot forget that we have housing problems as well. So let's be real. Whilst people lost their jobs and income, they had to deal with increased food prices, increased rent, increased cost of basic household items. I mean, even wood and nails to do your basic home repairs from the hardware, even the prices on those basic items, that and all, has increased. And now the government talking about doing what? Reducing NIB pensions, increasing the age of retirement, increasing electricity rates, increasing water rates, and even fuel costs, that and all they want to raise. So on top of the fact that you have all these other increases in terms of food, basic items for your house, rent, all of that, with no income or reduced income, in this period, they're talking about adding more burden on your shoulders. We need to fix our society. That is clear. And the trade union movement is ready to do what it needs to be done to fix our society. Now we have a government that says they want to fix the country and they are making all sorts of drastic changes, but nobody asked for the PNM for these changes. Nobody asked for Petrotrin to be closed and for thousands of employees, contractors and small businesses to be deprived of their livelihoods. Nobody asked for mass retrenchment. Nobody said the best way to deal with the foreign exchange crisis is to do nothing. I didn't ask for property tax. Did you ask for the privatization of the port of Port of Spain, even though that was tried and failed in 2006? Did your neighbor ask for the privatization of the postal service, WASA, TNTEC, NP? Can you imagine our ancestors looking at us now and we seeing the privatization of the entire energy sector? Did any one of us ask for that? Is that what our ancestors, with their sweat, tears, and blood, fought and struggled for? Nobody asked for mass privatization or retrenchment. But when we look at the budget from last year, we have all kinds of slashing and attacking people's standard of living. But these are not the policies we want. Slash and burn policies are not going to help ordinary people of Trinidad and Tobago. I just want to make a point here that even the PNM did not campaign on that agenda. And on that agenda, which they are forcing and implementing now, they actually campaigned on, guess what? On stabilizing the ship of state. But is your life stable? The ship of state is looking more like the Titanic and is sinking. In fact, on this ship of state, what they're in fact doing is throwing people overboard without a life jacket, without a life raft. Even today, after the PNM won the 2020 elections, they don't have a real mandate for the changes that they are trying to impose on our people. If you go on the Elections and Boundaries website, you will find that the numbers of people who voted in each constituency, and you know what you'll find? That at the end of the day, only 28% of the electorate actually voted for the PNM. That's just over a quarter. That is a minority of the country that voted for the PNM. And I would bet money that many of those who voted for the PNM in 2020 elections thought they were voting for something else. They thought they were voting for the refinery to be sold to Patriotic in a matter of days and immediately open. Not me. I voted for MSJ candidate, MSJ Comrade Rene St. Rose in Bigo Martin Central. But that was the talk that they put out, that the refinery was going to be reopened right away. But today, 1 year later, we don't have a refinery. And we don't have anything that speaks to what they promised. What we have is retrenchment, retrenchment, and more retrenchment. So to replace the slash and burn agenda and destroying everything, the trade union movement is proposing that we implement a people's agenda. What is a people's agenda? That is when the people have a vision and the people know what they want. The ordinary people want an economy that supports people meeting their day-to-day needs for life and being able to live without frustration, anxiety, and insecurity. They want to know that the reproduction of their daily life can be met. We want an economy that invests in us, invests in local production, local manufacturing, local agriculture, local services, local research and development to prepare us for the future. Not the current administration agenda of simply investing in foreign interest. Once we invest in these local sectors, the next thing to come are jobs. Stable, secure, decent jobs. Not month-to-month contracts. Do you know we have people in their 20s and 30s in this country who have never had a permanent job? People who could never get a mortgage, who see trouble to even go for hire purchase. They can never think of even going to the bank to get a loan. We need to fix this. We need to make sure that ordinary people in Trinidad and Tobago have a future they can believe in. A life that is secure and free of the frustration that has been building and building and building over the last 5 years. That's what we want. That's the people's agenda. Now I want to ask you, do you support that people's agenda? If you do, use your right to freedom of expression to promote and support that agenda. To support our own agenda as ordinary working people. Trinidad and Tobago is still a democracy, notwithstanding the PNM attempt to slowly drive us towards a bourgeois dictatorship. Wherever you can talk about your future and the life that you want to have, talk about jobs, decent, secure jobs. Talk about housing. Talk about basic life support infrastructure. Talk about being able to get quality health care. Talk about the issues that matter to you and make sure that you are contributing to the people's agenda. Go on social media. Go on Facebook, Twitter, TikTok. Have your say in your group chats. Talk about it in your family, in the church, the mosque, the mandir, in the community groups. I can't say go to the bars because, well, the bar is still closed. But wherever you are, raise your voice on Freedom Day. Because on that day, 1st of September, we are coming. We are coming out for freedom. And I want you to put that on your banner, that you support freedom. Freedom from the frustration and the anxiety, living in uncertainty, living in an insecure world, in an insecure country, where you are not sure to put food on your table, to find money to pay for rent, to have money to buy basic things, to fix things around your house, to find money to pay for transportation, to go to work. Share the info, share the memes, put hashtag Freedom Day when you're talking about this life and this country that you want for yourself, and do not let others determine that life for you. We must take a stand. We must take a stand on Freedom Day. The 1st of August was Emancipation Day. The 31st of August, that is Independence Day. And the 1st of September will be Freedom Day. Thank you, Trinidad and Tobago.